1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right, we're all synced up now. You guys ready to start?
I was born ready.
I'm all ready.
There's a lot to talk about
This is
this man.
This is like
I'm so excited to talk about this guy. You guys have no idea.
I've been waiting days. You have no idea.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of the podcast. Today we're going to talk about Bar Soap Guy on YouTube. Very, very interesting channel. My name is Anthony.
My name's Brandon.
And I'm Peter.
You guys ready to get started?
Oh, I was born
Always
ready.
All right. So I have a question for you guys before we get into the thick of it here. What did you guys think this channel was going to be like before watching, just based on the name alone?
Honestly, go ahead.
Well, you said Bar of Soap Guy, and I actually envisioned almost exactly what it was. It's just a guy sitting in front of his camera, holding up soap and describing how it felt. That's what I imagined when you said Bar of Soap Guy.
And you were very skeptical, isn't that right, Brandon?
I thought this was the dumbest thing. This YouTube channel sounded like the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. So I appreciate you bringing this one up. But here we are. I watched him. I enjoyed him a little bit more than I thought, but I'll save the opinions for later.
Okay, Peter.
I've heard of him before, like we decided on it, and I never I never had super big ambitions for him. I didn't think that he's me like best thing since sliced bread, and so I went in pretty skeptical still. But man, oh man, I had a lot of fun watching this channel.
Me too. I can confidently say this man surpassed all of my expectations.
Oh yeah.
By miles. Brandon, you pretty much hit it on the head when you said all his channel basically it's just him talking about different kinds of soap, and man, I just love it.
Yeah.
The first video I ended up watching, it was his most recent at the time. It was Ulta Beauty Tropical Fruit Body Wash Review.
Mm-hmm.
And the first things I noticed right away was this man is exceedingly passionate about all soaps. like I did not think someone could be this interested in soap until I found this channel. I was very skeptical. I thought he was just kind of putting it on for the channel at first, but no, this man loves him some soap. It is surprisingly detailed. I don't know what you guys noticed, but I noticed he talked about viscosity.
Yeah.
And like ingredients. I loved it.
So I have like kind of a list of like all the different like detailed things he mentions in almost every video. He has like the price, like the lather of the soap, the moisturization,
yeah, the lather,
the viscosity, the color, the description of the scent. Like he goes so in depth about the soap.
Every time he talked about the lather, I just loved it.
Yeah, me too.
Like he talked about how like the bubbles or like how creamy it was. Stuff I never thought about before.
Yeah.
I'm blown away by this man. I can't say enough positive things about him. Brandon, you've been awfully silent.
Oh, I was just letting you guys talk. I thought it was very detailed. I'd have to say, if you for some reason were like, I need a new soap, I don't like how this old one is, like, if you need to know something about a soap, he'll tell you exactly what you need to know about this soap before you buy it. And he'll definitely, it seems, I hold his opinion in high regard when it comes to soap, because it seems like I think he's been doing this for 5 years now.
Yeah, just about.
Just he goes into so much detail and he seems so passionate about it. I do truly trust his opinion on what like soaps would be good for me to use, I guess.
Yeah. I as well agree and hold this man's opinions very highly, because I actually, to get a feel of how accurate he was, I actually looked up the body wash I use. I use Nivea Men body wash, and it was stunningly accurate. He talked about how it's like goopy. He actually made a cum joke, which I thought was hilarious. like he poured
Jesus
some on his
Christ.
hand, and he was like, "I'm gonna wipe this off with a tissue." Wink. Oh, it was funny. And he was actually pretty hard on it. He said it distracts from the shower experience, which is a phrase I'd never heard before. The shower experience. Did you guys notice that? He says the shower experience in like all of his videos.
I know one of the videos I was watching, he described like why he loved the soap so much. It's like it's when I go into the shower, it's such a meditative experience. It's like this guy loves him a shower. He showers twice a day, I'm sure of it.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
Oh
30.
yeah. I remember in one of his videos he was talking about a bar of soap, and he said he'd showered 3 times that day to test the soap.
That's
Like-
dedication. If you shower 3 times a day so that you can get a review out on YouTube about a bar of soap, that's dedication.
I just love it. I love how dedicated this man is to his shockingly small subscriber base.
Yeah.
I think that is very impressive.
Yeah, where he's sitting on like 10.3 thousand, not huge.
Yeah.
But it's something he's been doing for 5 years on a maybe not even steadily growing pace, but he still does it. That's another reason you can tell he's super passionate, is because like no matter what, no matter his sub count, he still comes out and he gives his all reviewing these soaps, and he has since expanded upon his soap reviewing, because I'm sure he probably reviewed almost every single bar of soap in existence, and he had to spread out and start doing like body wash and not shampoo, but deodorant.
Yeah.
You can't really
Yeah.
review shampoo.
Oh, actually, in one of his videos
He
that
is
I
bald.
saw is he was trying to review a deodorant, but accidentally bought a salt stone. And so there's no like action. It's like you open up the cap and it's just a rock in there. And he was talking about how he was so disappointed and how he was like, I was about to throw it away. And then I realized my last deodorant is giving me a rash. So I'm going to Crazy Town and trying out this rock. Oh, man.
That's
He
beast.
Yeah.
He just
Look at
goes
that.
so hard. He just goes so hard for his soaps. And the one thing I can confidently say is I think this guy could be a TV personality, honestly. He reminds me of Michael from Kelly and Michael. You guys know that talk show?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh, well, he reminds me of that guy a lot. He just has like such great on-screen charisma and confidence.
Yeah.
He started out, and like the overall format of his videos haven't changed. They've gotten a little better in terms of production quality, but overall they're pretty much the same. And
Yeah.
I think that's pretty impressive.
Same robe.
Yeah, same robe. He reviews a lot of soaps just in his robe. And one thing he does a lot, I don't know if you guys noticed, but as he's talking, he will smell the soap like multiple
Yeah.
times.
He'll be talking with like the bar of soap right up to his nose, and just every once in a while take a really deep sniff at it.
Yeah, it is so just interesting. I find him so encapsulating. And did you guys ever find his name? I don't
Who?
think he ever says his name.
His name is Marvin.
Yep, Marvin, the soap guy. 'Cause he doesn't say his last name. Marvin, the soap guy. Yeah, pretty interesting. Do you guys Did you guys manage to find the one video where he talks about why he likes soaps?
Why I love bar soap. That's my favorite video.
I did watch that one. I did watch that one. I was like, like I was really confused towards the end because he was talking about like economic crises in other countries and how he like was reading books and looking at news stories about these people who would see bars of soap and be like, oh, America has like all these bars of soap and they're such a privilege to have. And he's like, and that made me appreciate them more. And I just felt like I had to. That's why I have this passion for them. I was like, all right, dude, you do you, man.
There's just something so pure about that I just love it.
I thought it was so funny because well, it probably shouldn't be funny, but he was like, I was sitting at my great job where I do nothing all day. And then I just start reading about Soviet Russia and just how much they like didn't have any soap. I was just all of a sudden starts ranting all about the Soviet Union and Argentina. I was like, how did this guy get like?
Let me tell you, when I clicked on the video, I was not expecting to get a history lesson.
Yeah,
so he surprised me with that. I was pretty happy actually with that.
He made it interesting though. I will say that. I mean, not many people could make a 7-minute or 9-minute or however long that video is, long video about the history of soap in Soviet Russia and make it encapsulating. But
that's
it very much was. So one thing I wanted to talk about with you guys was his channel description, and this is very interesting to me. So
wait, I didn't read that.
I'm gonna read it to you out loud.
All right, go ahead.
Welcome to my channel where I review different types of bar soaps. I woke up one day and realized that my knowledge of bar soap is unique, and I wanted to share that passion with people. Together we will review Castile soaps, Aleppo soap, French triple milled soap, organic soaps, olive oil soaps, glycerin-based soaps. We will talk about antibacterial soaps. The journey is just the beginning. So many soaps in so little time.
Whew, all right.
So many soaps, so little time.
He named like 6-7 soaps that I've never heard of. So big ups to him.
Honestly, I didn't know there were this many types of soaps. I've been using the same soap like for basically my entire life. And after watching this guy, I feel like I'm starting to rethink how I view my soap.
Yeah.
I'll never buy another soap without seeing what bar soap guy has to say about it first.
Yeah, I know. I
Honestly.
feel so like uncultured after watching this.
Yeah, me too. Like it's such a little niche world that like I feel like we just stumbled upon, and it's amazing to me. So there are a couple videos which I found particularly entertaining. The first of which is his Creed Melissa Me Imperial Bar Soap review. And this was probably the angriest I had ever seen him. This man does not pull any punches when he is talking about his soap.
When he's talking about his passion, he has to just go off sometimes,
He goes hard. This is a direct quote. I am pissed. If I am going to pay $45 for a bar of soap, I had better damn well get quality packaging. He was very mad about the packaging.
He doesn't even have the soap open, and he's already angry. That's respect.
And like the box looked fine. It was just like a little like card that they had on there. It kind of like fell off, and that just set him off. He opened the box, and there was like a little piece of lint in the box, and he was completely enraged by that. He said, "It's garbage, shoddy workmanship." What a beast. What? Like
I hope the company who made that sees it and is like, "Oh, we have to change it. We have to do something about this. This guy just tore into us."
Well, I can understand it though, because it was like a luxury soap. It was a $45 bar of soap, single bar of soap. So I can appreciate that kind of fire and heat.
It was $45.
Yeah. If I'd have to say if I bought a $45 bar of soap, and it wasn't the highest of quality and like the nicest soap I've ever used, I'd be pretty pissed too.
Mhm.
I just wouldn't know how to explain my anger. I would assume he explains his anger pretty well because he knows what to. He's done this before. He's been around the ringer. He knows what he's looking for and what is a good soap and what's a bad soap.
Another video, which I thought was particularly interesting, was his Dr. Squatch Pine Tar Bar Soap review. And he actually started criticizing the soap industry, which I had never even thought of before. But he criticizes advertising for being like way too macho, and he said sarcastically, "As a man, the only place to cry is in the shower."
He's right. He's so right. Like, not about the crying, but about like the soap industry doesn't get enough crap for like some of the stuff they pull, and he's one of the few voices out there. Like, that's respect.
I will agree with that, and it's like one of the things I do notice is like I feel like men's quote unquote soap is like a complete sham.
Mm-hmm.
Soap isn't like, it doesn't have to be manly. It is soap. I just want good soap, and clearly he believes that as well.
Yeah.
You're one and the same.
Honestly, I could be his protege.
I think you should. I think you should make Bar Soap Boy, Bar Soap Boy, and then so be Bar Soap Guy and Bar Soap Boy, and then you guys can like work off of each other. That'd be good stuff.
Boy.
Yeah.
I think he lives. My guess is he lives in Arizona, so it'd be quite the flight. I saw him wearing an Arizona shirt once.
That's where I guess too. But also one thing that I didn't know, but he actually isn't. It's not that he's not getting any exposure. He actually was on Tosh.0 a while ago, like 6 months ago.
Wait, what?
He was on Tosh.0.
Yeah. He
Oh my gosh.
he's sitting in a hot tub, like doing an interview. Like he just sitting there. And they're reviewing soaps too.
That's so
really
beast.
funny.
Yeah.
You know, this guy does need more exposure. See, Tosh.0 is on the same level that we are. We need to get the little guy some more exposure. This is quality stuff.
Yeah.
This is quality.
I do want to talk about my favorite video. I have
Okay.
an easily favorite video. I wasn't going to take notes until I watched this video, and I was watching, cracking up. I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny for some reason. It's the episode. It's like his second ever episode ever put out. Kirkland Body Soap, worst bar soap ever created. Did you guys watch that one?
I wanted to watch that. I watched the first one. I didn't watch the second one.
Did you watch it, Anthony?
I've never heard of that video.
Okay, so
he
it's
has
the
like
second-
400 plus videos.
It's so hard to, yeah, there's no way and we were going to cross over that much. I recommend it even after this podcast is over. Okay, so he's reviewing the Costco brand body soap, the Kirkland, and he, just like I guess what he did with the Creed, because I didn't end up watching that one, he just goes off on it. It's so funny. I have like a bunch of quotes here. I'm going to read a couple of them. I put this on parts of my body that I can't describe to you, and I experienced a terrible burning sensation. I'm in fact lucky that I didn't start with my face because I could possibly be blind if I had. That one's pretty good. There we go. So he's talking about the bar of soap here. If you want to smell this right now, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go down and smell this. Find your local McDonald's, then wait until they've mopped the bathroom floor, then get down on your hands and knees and give that tile a good whiff. And that disgusting chemical smell that you'll encounter, that's what it smells like. I got two more. This is all from one episode. This soap is so bad, I would not donate it to homeless people. This soap is only fit for prisoners so that they can begin to learn the error of their ways. And here was his final rating for the Kirkland body soap. I've created a special ranking just for this soap, and I have to unfortunately give it the double bird. And he flicked off the camera. It's like, this guy's a beast.
I love this man.
He's so funny.
Marvin is a national treasure.
Yeah. He must be protected at all costs.
Honestly, this channel is like why YouTube is so great, in my opinion, because only on YouTube can you find such passion and fire about bars of soap and body washes. I really love it's incredible.
Peter, do you have any notable ones you want to talk about?
I definitely say check out the Sprouts Mineral Salt Stone one. I just thought it was so funny because he got really, really angry when he realized it wasn't actually deodorant. And so I say I don't have any quotes from that one, unfortunately, but like, you have to check that one out. I thought that was funny.
That one sounds really funny. Just opens his soap and it's a rock.
Yeah.
I'd be mad too.
When he first tried it out, he said that he didn't like do any exercise or sweat at all for the first like week or so. And then he went outside and did a bunch of yard work one day or something. I was going through the McDonald's drive-thru and pulled up and he's like, "What's that smell?" And looked over at the employees like, "Is that from the inside there?" And they went over, sniffed himself, was like, "Oh, that was me."
Oh my god. It's like gym class all over again. So I have a few interesting quotes just from random videos that I really liked. So we already talked about how he says shower experience, which again, what a phrase. I've never thought about showers as an experience before, but I feel like I'm gonna start. He said, quote, "This soap has a little bit of magic to it," which I really liked. In one of his best soaps of the year videos, he said, "This soap took me right back to childhood."
Like the scene from Ratatouille.
Yeah. He lathers it on and he's a child again in his parents' house in the shower. That's where the love of bar soap was born.
Mm-hmm. In his best soaps of the year video, this is in the 2018 video, he said that this was a very competitive soap in the body wash field. I just love it.
I love saying that a certain soap is competitive in a field. I just think that's so goofy.
Right. Like I've never even thought of like soaps as like having fields or like categories of soap. It's just it was just soap to me. I guess I was falling into the trap of
you were falling into the trap, and he's here to fix that.
Honestly, just incredible channel.
I'm looking at his page right now on YouTube. I click through the channels, like, and it says what he subscribes to: Olay North America, Dove US, Zestfully Clean Soap. He just follows a bunch of soap YouTube channels.
What would even be on a soap YouTube channel?
I don't know.
So something I thought was interesting that he talked about is since quarantine, he actually had a couple of videos talking about COVID-19, and you can tell he's really on this hygiene thing, because he was like, "I've been doing this for years. You guys need to like this is what you have to do. I'm basically an expert in the field of being hygienic." But he did make the disclaimer that he's not a professional, like he's not like a doctor or anything. But it seems like he's also still trying to do his part for like COVID-19 awareness and like being safe and being hygienic. Mm-hmm. And I respect that. He has a couple of videos. He'll do an update every couple of weeks.
I was actually very impressed by those videos because it definitely seemed like he was very well informed, and I was impressed with all the information he was saying, like how you should like stay inside, wash your hands a lot and stuff like that. Though it was funny, he did say like prepare for a quarantine of like 2 to 3, even 4 weeks, and it's like, all right, well now we're in like week 6 or whatever. It's like a little optimistic there, guy.
Can I tell you guys about the first video I watched in first impressions?
Absolutely.
So this one, I watched the latest one first. It was Renpure Tea Tree Mint Body Wash or whatever. And he's just like pops up. He's sitting on I don't know where he's sitting. He's sitting in a room, and he's got a bathrobe on, and he's bald, and he's like, "All right, okay, this is bar soap guy, all right. And he just starts talking about soap, and I was like, I couldn't tell if he was being serious for a little bit. I thought it might have been like a joke thing he does. I can now confidently say that's not true. He passionately cares about this, and I respect it. But like first impressions weren't great because I wasn't sure. I don't know if I respected his opinion yet because I was like, I don't know who this guy is or what he does or like I don't know what he does professionally. I don't know. I don't even know this guy's name. But after a couple more videos and seeing like the quantity of videos and the quality of the videos, I'm like, okay, this guy cares. He's not doing it as a joke. I respect this a lot more than I did initially.
Yeah, I will say that is one of the stranger things about his channel, is reviewing soaps in his robe. I did not really like that much. I'm gonna be honest.
It's the look, man. So did you watch any of the videos where he's outside talking?
Yeah, he's like at the park.
I love that. I love it because there's just people walking around in the background. I'm sure they're random people, and they have to be so confused because there's a guy standing out there in a full suit in front of a camera talking about soap.
Yeah,
Like
full suit and a fedora, screaming about
Yeah,
soap not lathering well enough.
I loved that.
Fedora.
I loved his fedora and I loved his suit. And I loved him just out in the park, in the middle where everybody can see him just talking about soap. He loves what he does.
Mm. It is very very oddly wholesome. I
Yeah.
would say how much he likes his soap.
Have you guys, after
Um,
watching your videos, have you kind of picked up on what he likes his soap to be?
I know he likes bar soap. I know for a while he would not review body washes. I guess he thought of them as lesser soaps. But I think, as we talked about before, I think he just ran out of soaps to talk about and eventually had to switch to talking about body washes, which I think was a good move.
Yeah.
He's got to expand his horizons. He was like, I've literally reviewed like every bar of soap. I need to review something else. And he still finds bars of soap coming out every couple months. He'll put out one about a bar of soap, but mostly deodorants and body washes.
Well, I've noticed that he doesn't like strong scents. He loves like mild, like kind of barely there aromas. He likes it when they're like really high lathering, like they're really foamy and like they kind of get everywhere. And every time he likes a soap, he always mentions, "Oh, and my skin looks so much better. Like it's so highly moisturized now."
Oh, he loves some moisturizer.
Yeah.
When you asked me to describe what he likes, the first thing I thought was highly moisturizing soaps.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I think his channel could do a little better, actually two things. I think he could improve his thumbnail game a little, and I think he could improve his outro a little. Something I noticed in most of his videos is they're just kind of like, I don't want to say crappy pictures of the soap, but they're just like a little photo taken on like his iPhone or something.
Mhm.
I feel like he can do better than that.
I think
Yeah.
his titles are very inconsistent sometimes. Like I'm looking through them right now. Some of them, proper nouns are uppercase, but then some of them, like it's a title of a soap, so it should all be uppercase. But sometimes you'll get one where he capitalizes the first letter and then none of the rest of them. But other times he
Right.
capitalizes everything, and I just like it just shows off. It gives off a little bit of like an unprofessional vibe when I see Ren Pure Tree Tea Tree Mint Body Wash or whatever, and only the first word's capitalized. But then I go on to a different one and they're all capitalized. It's just because like it gives the
Yeah.
inconsistent, a little amateurish vibe, but the video themselves are high quality.
Yeah, for sure. Like his personality and the way he talks about the soaps, it's all professional. It's just, I think, where that is kind of lacking is in all the other aspects, like, like you said, the title or like the outro. It's just a kind of a abrupt fade to white, which I didn't really like. Usually you fade to black. And it's just like stuff like that where he could definitely, like, he has room to improve for sure, but I think the actual content itself is very noteworthy as it is.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he takes notes when he like after he's done showering? Like he writes certain things down. I'm sure he does.
Absolutely.
Like he's got a
Oh,
notepad
yeah.
sitting
Oh,
on his
yeah.
on his on
No
his sink,
doubt.
and he gets out of the shower, he dries off, and he like kind of like takes a second. How do I feel? How do I feel? And then he writes it down. Like I kind of got that vibe because I was like thinking when you guys were talking, like this guy does a lot. He talks a lot. Like most of his videos are 2 to 3 to 4 minutes, and like that's a long time to talk about a soap, and he goes really in depth. So I was very impressed with that. It's just, once again, everything like that feels professional, while sometimes it, like, thumbnails and stuff don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I think that's one of the most important aspects of his channel is that his videos aren't 10 minutes long. They're relatively short because he gets right to the point and he only talks about the soap. And I just
He doesn't have this long
Yeah.
intro where he's like, "Oh, make sure to like and subscribe." Like, no, he's doing it to legitimately spread awareness about great soaps and not so great soaps.
Exactly. And that's just phenomenal creating instincts, I would say, is to not want to stretch out your videos long to appease the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah. Another thing that I noticed about his channel is that he doesn't really have a consistent like rating system. Like every other video, you get like, oh, this one gets a double 2 thumbs up, and then the next video he won't say anything about like any sort of rating. So I think that it'd be a good idea if he was making like a consistent, I give this soap a 7 out of 10 or whatever. I feel like he just doesn't really have something like that.
For sure. I think that is also a place where he could improve is maybe making it a little easier to digest for the
plebeians.
less experienced soap enthusiasts out there.
I think you should make like a tier list. You guys seen that kind of trend going around YouTube where people make tier
Oh yeah,
lists
like the
of
SA,
kind of
B,
stupid
CD
things or
thing.
not so stupid things like restaurants. I feel like this guy, I would take that tier list that he would made and like print it out and like leave it in my wallet for when I'm going to buy stuff. Like, oh, what's also on the S tier rank? I need to find out. And I just don't have time to go through like all like 500 videos he has about which soap's the best, because I feel like I'll be missing one where he's like, this is legitimately the best thing I've ever tried. So
Yeah.
I wish there was just some better way for me to figure out like what like his favorite soap of all time is and like which one I should like look at. I think his future could even last. I think he should keep doing these single reviews, but I think he should start doing more like best soaps on a budget, best soaps, worst soaps, best body washes, best bar soap, like different like lists that you can do yearly. I know he does the top 5 at the end of every year, but I wish he would like expand on that a little bit more because I did like those videos.
Yeah, he could definitely have more categories.
Yeah, like I was thinking like he could expand out to like, oh, the best shaving cream, the best face wash, the best razor or something like that. I think that I think if he keeps with the idea of, oh, this is more of a hygienic channel, more like hygienic products than just bar soap.
I don't know. I kind of disagree on that. I think part of the magic of his channel is the fact that it is only soap.
But the thing is that he's kind of already broken that. He's moving more already towards, deodorants. He's moving away from bar soap, just, body wash too. So if he's kind of already set that precedent, I think that'd be good for him to move forward with it.
I guess.
I'm with Tita on this one. I think he should stick to the soaps. I think I would probably watch the videos that are about other hygiene products, but I don't think he's going to run out anytime soon because there's a lot of soaps in the world.
I disagree with you, Brandon, because lately he's been making videos about more hygienic things, like talking about COVID-19. And, a month ago, he has basic hygiene tips for adults. So it's right now he's moving away from just soap to more hygienic tips, being hygienic overall. So I don't think it's out of this world to, move more towards overall hygienic products, not just bar soap or soap in general.
Well, I'm not saying it's out of this world. I'm saying I think he knows what his product is he's putting out, and I think he just doesn't want to stray from that. And I respect that, and I don't think he should stray. But if he wanted to, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think he definitely can have a future in just hygienics if he ever does run out. I don't think that'll happen. But I think he knows what he likes doing, and I think he really likes reviewing soaps. And I think he probably was like, I mean, I'm kind of running out of soaps. I'll do some deodorants to mix in and make everything last a little bit longer. But I think he'll grow no matter what. And I think he should stay on the path he's on right now and just keep doing soaps and some deodorants.
Okay. I think if he was gonna branch out, I think he should just start a different YouTube channel in addition to Bar Soap Guy channel, like Hygiene Guy channel or like Shaving Cream Guy channel.
But it'd be hard for him because he's already heading more away from other products. He's heading away from bar soaps overall, and he's
he could slow down
about hygiene, just hygiene in general.
He could slow down uploads, but I mean, I didn't think it'd be as easy as it would be to upload 400 videos about different soaps, but clearly he did it. I am sure there are tons of shaving cream products and tons of deodorants and tons of this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff. He could start a billion channels of all the different hygiene products. I think what makes this channel so great and so interesting is that it is just soap.
Yeah, and I get the idea of, it's such a good channel because it's filling such a weird niche, like just the smallest possible niche for a YouTube channel to fill. It's filling that. So I understand that argument, but I think overall for growth, it helped to, appeal to wider audiences of people. Well, so if he starts talking about, all right, make a series all about the best colognes, I want to buy a cologne. I want to smell nice. Most people think about, you smell better when you have perfume or cologne, not when I took a shower with this certain type of bar soap that made me smell really good all day. It's this certain cologne made me smell very good because everyone can smell that cologne. Which one should I buy?
Well, I think, like, you were talking about how if he wants to grow, he should do this. I don't know if he wants to grow. I know he probably wants more exposure, but deep down, I don't think he really cares about his sub count. I think he's more doing it for the people who are actually legitimately wondering about body wash. He's not somebody trying to grow and create a career. I think he's more doing this as like a little side thing that he's passionate about, and that's something to be. I admire that for just him wanting to go out being passionate about something and not caring what other people think or what other people are like, if they're gonna sub or not. He's just doing it because he wants to.
Yeah,
it is refreshing, to say the least, to see a guy who's not even clout chasing at all. He just wants to talk about some soap. I really appreciate that. So overall, what would you guys say about this channel?
I think if you are looking for a new bar of soap, click through a couple of these, look through his reviews. You might find something you absolutely love, because this guy knows what he can tell you what kind of soap or what kinds of people, because he'll be like, I think this would be good for people who like strong smelling soaps or people who need more moisturizer in their soaps. I think if you're legitimately looking for a new soap, sub to this guy, figure out what he thinks. And also, I would remain subbed, because maybe he finds a new soap that's just coming out and he thinks it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I would respect that opinion enough to probably go out and buy that exact soap. So if you're interested in finding new soaps, if you want to figure out what your soap is rated, you might say, this is a pretty average soap, I think you could do better. You'd be like, maybe I can do better. Maybe I can find something for the same price that's better. So I think if you're looking for new soap, it's good stuff. If you're looking for a fun guy who's passionate about something, short videos that don't take up much of your time, a consistent uploader, he's definitely your guy.
Man, it is so funny hearing you say all that after hearing how opposed you were to this guy doing this episode.
Well, he's not necessarily my cup of tea of a YouTuber. I don't usually have a high regard of these people because I've never seen them, and I don't really care what they're doing. But I guess this has opened my eyes a little bit to the small guy talking about something he's passionate about. Usually I just see small YouTube channels as like, do this thing, and they're like low quality, like now subscribe and click the bell, blah blah blah. It was very refreshing to legitimately see somebody who just loves what he does.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so I think that this channel is great. The main reason why it's not overall just the content, because talking about soap really isn't that interesting of a topic if it boil all the way down. But the reason why this channel is so good is because Marvin's able to make it interesting. I come here
Hmm.
for Marvin and not for the soaps.
Yeah,
So
Marvin is a true personality.
yeah, he's what makes this channel. So
Yeah.
I think that overall he's going to grow. I don't know if this channel or overall the certain topic he's trying to hit is going to grow, but Marvin's going somewhere.
Absolutely. Something I was going to say is it's not about the soap. It is about what the soap symbolizes. And what the soap symbolizes is enjoying, I would say, the little things in life and just taking the time to smell the shampoo.
That's a deep read right there.
That's a
It
very
really
deep read.
is.
So
I just appreciate the
yeah,
little, like, someone appreciating the little details like that. It's not enough of that.
yeah, that's I agree. I agree.
Hmm.
So what do you guys say the big YouTuber comparison for him would be?
Uh,
I don't even know.
I don't have one. I legitimately can't think. I can go through my subscriptions and see if I can find anything. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. This is just something else. And I like
This
it.
is
It's just
totally
weird.
unique. I honestly, I feel like you could compare this guy maybe to someone like Unbox Therapy or MKDHB in that they, like, it's not the same type of content at all, but I would say it's the same type of thoroughness and attention to detail and just passion that bleeds through the camera, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And informativeness, like those channels. I would say those are who he probably. It wouldn't surprise me if he took notes from some of those guys
Uh-huh.
as he was making these videos to try and be more professional, more thorough, stuff like that.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. When I was watching it, the YouTuber that came to mind was Review Bra. Have you guys ever seen one of their videos?
Yes.
He's a food reviewer, and he always wears a certain like suit, and he has his hair slicked back, and he reviews fast food. And so I drew like they seem so similar in how they run their shows. Because
Really.
for Review Bra, he's kind of like this nerdy, like different person, and he says such different things you wouldn't think people would talk about when they're eating a Big Mac from McDonald's, and they seem so similar in how they like hold themselves and host their shows. Because you don't go to Review Bra to figure out what's the best food to get at Taco Bell right now. You go to watch him eat some food because he's kind of he's a character. He's a bit different, and it's enjoyable and funny to watch. I think that's very similar with Marvin. So that I think that if you like Bar Soap Guy, you should watch Review Bra. If you like Review Bra, watch Bar Soap Guy.
Definitely worth the time of day, I would say.
Oh, definitely.
And definitely worth subscribing to. All right, well, I think that about does it for us. Somehow we managed to talk about a guy talking about bar soaps for over 45 minutes. So I would consider that a successful episode. Thank you all so much for listening, and have a good one.
Yeah, make sure
Bye-bye.
to check out Bar Soap Guy.